It was supposed to be a routine flight, Santiago to Sao Paulo. Clear weather, experienced crew, nothing unusual on radar. But somewhere over the Atlantic, Flight 513 simply stopped communicating. No mayday, no turbulence warnings. It just vanished, gone from civilian and military tracking within seconds. Search teams spent months scanning the ocean. Not a single seat cushion, life raft, or fragment of metal ever surfaced. Aviation log stamped it. Lost. Case closed. But 35 years later, on a warm October morning, the flight tower at Porto Alegre received a signal. An old aircraft code, one that hadn't been used in decades. The tower thought it was an error until the plane descended through the clouds, engines humming strangely, moving as if guided by something other than human hands. Flight 513 had returned, and when authorities boarded it, every crew member and every passenger sat calmly in their seats, reduced to skeletons. Welcome back to the Unknown Files, where we break down real mysteries, eerie disappearances, and the cases that make investigators whisper instead of speak. If you love impossible aviation stories, ghost ships, ghost flights, and events that bend reality, you're in the right place. Before we open the cabin door, answer this. If an aircraft vanished and returned decades later, would you believe it had been somewhere or someone? And what do you think is more terrifying? A plane that disappears or one that comes back? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who loves chilling mysteries. Now, let's step inside Flight 513. The cabin lights were still on. A soft, low electrical hum filled the air, but none of the switches responded. The oxygen masks hung loose, not deployed. Every skeleton sat exactly where their tickets placed them. Upright, buckled, hands folded. No signs of pain. No sign anyone moved in their final moments. But the strangest part? The plane had landed flawlessly. Not a scratch, not a hard touchdown. It rolled to a perfect stop. Investigators checked fuel levels. Somehow, the aircraft still had half a tank, as if only a few hours had passed since takeoff. The tires were worn, but not 35 years worn. And the black box? It recorded normal cruising altitude. Then silence. 35 years of silence. Then the landing. But the real twist came when technicians examined the cockpit. Both pilots were skeletons, still gripping the controls. Instruments were dead, but the position of the yoke suggested the aircraft was being manually landed. Except the pilots were long gone. There was no physical way they guided the plane down. Then came the impossible detail, the internal cabin clock. It showed the exact time the plane vanished, frozen, as if time inside the aircraft never progressed. Experts proposed theories, time slips, wormholes, rogue military experiments, but nothing explained why human remains had fully decayed. Yet the plane itself was nearly untouched. A more disturbing discovery came next. The plane's underside showed faint burn marks, not from fire, but from friction, as if the aircraft had been pulled through the atmosphere at impossible speed, or through something that wasn't air at all. Forensic teams found trace minerals on the landing gear that don't exist on Earth's surface, but match samples from deep ocean trenches and high-altitude meteorites. Two places no plane could ever be. Then investigators uncovered one last clue, a small notebook belonging to a passenger named Carla Mendez. Its outer pages had rotted, but the final entry was still readable. Clouds opened. Everything went white. Not falling, floating. People are whispering they hear voices outside, like the plane isn't alone up here. If we land safely, no one will believe what we saw. The entry was dated the exact day Flight 513 disappeared. So here's the question. Did the plane slip through time? Was it taken somewhere else, somewhere outside our world, and returned by something that wanted it found? Or did the passengers witness something humans were never meant to see? Comment your theory below. And if you love these chilling aviation mysteries, hit like, subscribe, and share. On the Unknown Files, not even the sky is the limit.